Scooter, I'm trying to make a video. You're interrupting me. I love you too. I love you too. This is Courtney, and I'm going to be showing you how to change out your cushions on a double action plate, which features a micro adjustment nut like this. Some plates that have this would be the Lebeda Pro line or the Powerdyne Reactor. There's also several other plates that have this also, but these are just the two that I have. What I mean by double action, it means that it has two cushions, one above and below the truck. These cushions look like this. So that's what it looks like. Some reasons why you would want to change out your cushions. One, cushions tend to dry out sometimes and they will they become brittle, they crack, split, all kinds of things. Like on my Reactor, one of my cushions is starting to split. As you can see right there, it's splitting. So I'm going to be needing to change those out. Another reason to change them out is sometimes whenever you keep them on there for a long time, they tend to lose their form and they won't be perfect like this. One side will be smushed and one side will be fine, and that will affect the action of your plates. Another reason to change out your cushions would be to try a different hardness. There's several different hardnesses that you can try. I like to skate with soft, so that would be another reason to change them out. So the first step in changing out your cushions is going to be removing the wheels. The wheels tend to get in the way of the wrench whenever you're trying to take off the adjuster nut, so you're going to want to get a nut driver. Now depending on what size the nut is on your skates, you may need 11mm. That's what I'm going to be using on my skates, but I think standard would be the 1/2 inch. I think this is what comes on most skates now, so I'm pretty sure you guys will need the 1/2 inch. So you're going to remove the nut, take the wheel off, and put the nut back on just so you don't lose it. Just hand tighten it on there. Once you've removed the wheels, you're going to want to take out the bolt that's in the center of the kingpin. And how you do that is you're going to want to get a hex key. Depending on what plate you are going to have, you might need a standard size or you might need metric. My Pro line uses standard, so I'm going to be using a standard hex key. This one is 5/32. I don't know how that's set. I don't know much about tools. But what you're going to do is remove this bolt that's in the middle of the kingpin, and make sure you remove it, because if you don't, it's going to make it hard for the adjustment nut to come off, and you'll end up tearing it up if you don't at least loosen it or take it out. And what this does is it goes down into the center of the kingpin, and the kingpin is split into 4 pieces, and the farther down this bolt goes into that, it pushes the pieces apart and causes it to lock this nut into place. So you're going to want to take that out and set it off to the side. Make sure you don't lose it. Okay, so once you've had an all-out war battle trying to take the cushion off of the kingpin, you'll be left with a naked kingpin and a bottom cushion cup or top cushion cup, depending on how you're looking at the plate. So what you're going to do is take your new cushion, and you're going to want to put that onto your plate or your kingpin. You're going to want to make sure that you thread it on where the cushion fits into the cushion cup. Like one side of the cushion is a little bit bigger than the other. I know you can't tell from the camera, but one end is a little bit smaller than one. So it's going to be the small end is going to go into the cushion cup. And this is going to take you know, some wrestling to get it onto the kingpin, so just wiggle it down on there. Here, once you've wrestled the first cushion on and it is securely down onto the cushion cup or cushion retainer, you're going to want to take your truck, and the easiest way I find to do this is put the truck on, and then you're going to want to stick the pivot pin into the pivot cup and then rest that on there. Then you're going to want to take your other cushion, and the funny part is going to be the top part, and then the flat part is going to be what's going to be touching the truck. So push that on there. Make sure that it's all the way down and everything's touching. You don't want any gaps or anything, because you don't want your cushions to be sitting crooked. After you have that, you're going to want to take your other cushion cup retainer, put that on the top. So put that on there. Then you're going to want to take your adjustment nut and hand tighten it for right now. Take the bolt that goes in the center of the kingpin, put that back, and don't tighten it all the way. Just put it in there so it's there. And then you're going to want to adjust your trucks to however you want them. So take your wrench and adjust them to however you like. I'm just going to do a couple turns for right now. But you'll have to, you know, put your skates on and test them and see where you want your truck settings to be. And once you do that, then you're going to want to take your hex key and tighten the bolt that's down in the center of the kingpin so your adjustment nut cannot move. And once you've done that, just put your wheels back on, and that's how you change out your bushings.